Is that really the best you have? Your best response to finding a lone stranger drinking at an oasis, calling it, and immediately draw plans to sell him or eat him?
You don't matter. You don't deserve my best. You're just some drifting clump of shit I discovered on the road, and I'll do with you as I wish. Only I and my friends here matter. You are simply meat.
Is that really the best?
We're now docked at Aradonis's luxury landing pad.
It's beautiful up here. Can we get more jobs like this one?
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime. I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum. Helen's death has been a shock for many. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but
he did it. It's always the boy.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose. Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help. Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice... But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with... Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind. You're making fun, right? You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose. Well, reckon I can respect. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the Grand Ballroom later. Hope you can...
I think I must have had something in my ear.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork...
I've been starting to play a little game as we travel. You might be a top runger if your hotel is taller than the highest mountain on Earth. $10. This is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
Hello there. Oh dear. I'm sorry. If you've lost your key, why don't you...
The crime scene. Can't believe something like this could happen in my hotel. When I found her, I was... Hey, Byzantines and restraint aren't two words that often go together. Anyway, I'm sure... Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I... Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. Well, it seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware... Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing... Or as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her... The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set... I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I... Sure, I'd taken to checking the barroom every few hours. Found her right before I was set to head back. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey... What? No! I was on shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen's cereals. Well, the old... Beats all hell out of me. Sure. Everyone's got theories. I don't...
Black hole birdies disappeared, you know.
Inspector, you don't... Constable Maria Keene.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on? Are we finished with the pleasantries? What body? Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is...
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential. You're rather sharp in your upper story. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what... Then it renders any discrepancies visible. Go on then.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but... You'll want to peer into the amplifier.
Oh, Don't mind us, folks. Normal inspectors doing normal inspector things.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or this unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced.
Oh, you'll love this.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is.
How curious. I must have said it.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee. This hypothesis is plausible, but correct. Bertie Blackhole Holcomb is a registered accessing guest. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generate. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the Grand Ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected. Grass, fertilizer, and purple berries can all be found in the purple. This deduction of.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling you'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may.
I knew I should have gotten on.
Well, staring at her won't bring her back.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to Oh, you're the special inspector. Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our... The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so simply call the elevator in the lobby and our... It certainly is a marvel of modern engineering. Please, allow me to twice the size of the next biggest room, and kit it out with any amenities. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strain. Most certainly. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about... Of interest to your investigation? Well, but I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not off... You'll have to find a way... My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't about whom, and... You know, out of everyone here, I'm not much of an Aether Wave watch. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but... Now that you mention it, she was usually... It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry? That woman... Ah, Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I have a bet with a friend. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd... Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the profit of... Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman is the definition of humbuggery. I mean, Spencer Woolrich has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man. See, I'd bet we're the only 2 people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And if you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his... That's a shame, Inspector. A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out...
What? Next stop.
I sometimes find myself musing on who I used to think of. Is this how people in Byzantium live all the time?
Inspector, I understand. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. I will be plain with you. I'd prefer not having to hire you at all. This matter should be resolved by Rizzo's security, but Constable Keene encouraged us to hire a third-party freelancer. Right now, you're the best chance we have. I'm contractually prohibited from acknowledging the slogan of a rival company. Also, back to the matter at hand. Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to... I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not... You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description. Someone focused on their work. Now, I'd love to bring you... Oh, so sorry. What off... To the line...
you bring raptidons up here? Don't this hotel have a policy on animals?
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Kincannon treats us with respect.
Heard that we're in the middle of a lockdown? Nope. What's supposed to... Coming or going? Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifles, An idiot. I suspect he's avoiding me, actually, which is the first smart... Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from... If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been... The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 Slug agents I can trust with more friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but... He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint.
Company gives us a discount on Spectrum Brown.
You're fast.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Discard. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. card line discrepancy detected near this card.
Rest in peace.
Whoa, it's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence. Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. Don't you dare! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I really can't imagine life without... I don't know. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling that. Now I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are Our orchards are the source of 63%. If you want to know more about each part of the orchard... Oh, I'm so... Every part of the orchard... Huh? Oh, happy...
This doesn't...
I'm not quite sure what you mean. There's really nothing but... Now I'd be... You're in luck. We have one left. Normally there are 100 bits, but seeing how... That's... No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped and the store... Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a... Oh my! Birdie? Our alcohol stocks are larger than ever.
Dang, that's impressive.
Maybe I could hold up my end. And if sabotaging the orchards...
Hold that asinine thought. Who is this?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll.
I see. Congratulations, Hathaway.
Well, shame that you're trying... Anyway, sorry for the heated reception. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Yeah, just another woe to add to the pile. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all... And, of course, Slug has decided that in...
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's was short on our payments months before...
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging. Thank the Lord. You hear that, lapdog?
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can...
How's the investigation?
Really?
There's some... Got a lot of dead saplings that'll come. The mechanicals...
I'm...
Especially not... And I want you to...
This is how the cop... Well, he's being difficult at...
Don't tell me to...
Yes. I know what you must be thinking, but no. I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want Slug to get what we're all... That's... The sentiment is nice, but Rizzo's doesn't just pay money. They're all... If If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Do I? Regardless, we haven't been hostile when their payments came up. Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, instead, our company's opted for not. Yes. What can Nope. Sorry, but this is the first.
Oh, me too. We didn't get many episodes of Terror on Monarch.
Celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people. But that's neither. You're welcome. Certainly. When I'm not out on a job, they usually stick. I may be a service collector, but that doesn't mean.
After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside Terrace, I was expecting Purpleberry Orchards to be another flowery name for a shithole. But this is nice.
Nicely done.
Never see us.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. They're
You find... That's real good work, Captain.
Harvest, I do believe. Well, sweet hello there.
Oh, my dear Law. Sir?
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all. Rizzo's does. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special. An excellent. Now, presently, you're standing. We call this fecund landscape the Purpleberry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples. Of course, tours. Yes, indeedy. Before my morning clogging last Sunday, now I'm responsible for growing. Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply did. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean... Can't speak for others, but I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know. Pollinization by killer waspitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all waspitos are Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the... So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. Gosh, and goody gumdrops, but I could talk about the orchards till my lips fell off. What kind of investigation? Oh, drat. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. So, what might you be... Did he now? Well, that sounds about right. The overseeing orchardist had the last groundskeeper deliver a contract. See, with our new morale-boosting medical treatments... Sorry, I'm not at liberty to say. Well, you are in luck. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was... Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line. That's right. She... Maybe it might have involved an issue with the... All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much... Can't say that I have. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless... She wasn't, was she? Pollinization by killer mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting edge. When a pollinization cycle finishes, of course, so you'd best steer... Why, you say you won't find a Rizzo's worker in all... Happy workers and repeat customers make the... And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my... There's a reason...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Easy.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints.
Hey, what are you doing? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances. That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died. Merciful law, that sounds like a lot of philosophism, which is highly outlawed throughout Halcyon. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body... Indeed. Tromped in and out. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR and DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again, which is a I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hot. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. That one, I think, can be attributed to the mosquitoes. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. Timeline. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by...
Something went wrong here. I really hope it wasn't...
Damn, got some nimble fingers, Captain.
Miss Helen was at this lab too. We're close to finding her.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you... How in the Aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's author. What do you want? Oh, please. Do I look like some simpleton groundskeeper to you? Okay, Rungleech, you got me there. But it's not run down. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Perhaps you'll... and lose my life's work? Want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten... We merely need to clean up the mess. So...
Clean up?
Staff can be replaced, you know. Oh, quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files. Essentially, we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining... I've underestimated you. Yes, it seems to be an adverse effect of several organisms attaching to a Excellent. You have my gratitude, and now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense...
Better than cold-blooded murder.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down.
Make you smile!
Here they come!
Bumming me out! Smile! I can't hear you laughing! Something's bumming me out! Something wanted to make you smile! Feels good! Feels fun!
Well, color me cured. I never want another.
Erratic footsteps of my pacing delirious employees have seen. So I presume the sedative works. Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense. Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait.
The hell was that?
Timeline.
All these people over a data cartridge.
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed.
Anyone else think there should be...
What an awful place to...
Helen had a needler, didn't she? Her murderer could...
Timeline discrepancy. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already stand. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of timeline discrepancy. Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here.
Looks like a standard ventilation shaft. Wouldn't have been comfortable or, you know... See that red wire? Whoever cut that wire was trying...
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled colonization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time. Releasing the mosquitoes for colonization. Cycle is now in progress.
Making it look easy. We should try to solve...
Hey, I was gonna stop him, but I figured he was room service. Maybe you want a word with him.
Oh, sweet gibbering law! Where'd you come from? Sorry. Whoa, 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 Easy, friend. No need to get violent. There are as many... I'll give you 2 reasons. First, and secondly, I'm just here doing... I am acting on behalf of Mr... I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded for Ms. You found found the recording? Oh, well, that's just... Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom... Please don't hurt me. The pilot house complex. Meet me there.
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The waspitos are essential to... The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my work... Something about this incident troubles me. The You have... That's deeply upsetting. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next... Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, and still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have... Insisted. That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely upon... Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. Little of consequence. We'd tour the grounds, pause at some locations appropriate for a portrait, let her shake hands with our scientists, public relations. A picnic? I don't recall approving a private... Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was... That's... A clever deduction, Inspector. Yes, I share your suspicions. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us. Did you This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how. My apologies, Inspector. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the... Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your... I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. Cedric has a security problem. In any case...
What floor?
Hmm? Did I hear something?
Don't mess with us.
How exciting!
Look here. I could use a new pair of glasses.
If you lose anything now, we can purchase a replacement here.
Here they come.
Great work!
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? Junk. These are people's prized possessions. Price... Huh? Oh. Well, some of the guests left this stuff. Take a look for... Me? And as soon as I pay off my docking fines, I'll... So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may... Who'd think Slug... Let's see. There's docking without prior authorization, double docking, docking into adjacent vessels, docking while under the influence of alcohol. And that reminds me that I've got delinquency fees accruing on top of... Which is why I'm hoping you'll purchase my fine... You sure can. But... And...
Sure he's not in the museum.
Hardline discrepancy detected nearby. This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to it. Excellent deduction, Inspector. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol. Timeline discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit... Excellent observation, Inspector. Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Yes, Inspector. The Needler, the spoke handgun carried and famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror on Monarch. This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering...
Nice.
Why'd Helen have to go in the...
Inspector, good to... Well...
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Sluglight Underground don't like that much.
He's trying so hard.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick. Well, you ain't gonna stick... Woolly piss! Why? Hey, any chance we could reschedule? Maybe do... Someone paid us to say we was slug and intimidate. That's everything I know, honest. I don't...
Greeting, Bureau, please. Payroll. File all. You... How may... Checking limitation limit.
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, no signs of life detected. Excellent observation, Inspector. Furthermore, fuel for convention. Yes, Inspector. This unit's These substances show the highest concentration near the end cardiac arrest. Your memo, Banter.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with
Reminds me of Moreau's. Just a bit.
Hello? Hey, folks. Whoops.
Please explicate your defense into this unit's recording equipment.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrappy.
Hey, I saw you. I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer. I run an outfit for the moving of the... Thing is, we've already attracted too much attention. Great to hear. First, you need to... Be seeing ya.
My permit wasn't expired.
Haven't seen... Hey, when you tell a story...
My permit wasn't expired, Scrappy. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading.
What do you want? How'd you know it was me? I'm in no mood to sign autographs. Oh, yeah. What's it? But I'm stumped. Oh, so you're the inspector. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I was getting blotto with the rest of the You know.
Looter, half shot, void lust. 1 bit down, 3 bits up.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, the hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air. There was... I don't know. My memory's a... I reckon not. She'd asked me to get it, mind. Sure did. She started yelling about how I was trespassing. Long story short, ran like the Rangers were down by 3 and I just bronzed the toss ball in the... I didn't know where I was going, but I mean... I don't want to tell it. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around... Confidant is like... Don't get the wrong idea, okay? So now you have the whole story. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand.
Sure. Get yourself a bit of tarot blood, and the next time you drink...
Anyway, you ought to take Helen's data pad. Either she was writing in code or I'm... I know, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I'll head back to the Grand Cologne. Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? Helen, she saw me as more than that. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion picture. Rival actresses, maybe? Oryx, businessman. We're talking... Maybe putting effort accelerators in your body isn't always the right call, you know? Maybe... People get worked up about this kind of... I remember sending her the recording, but... If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I... You listened to it? Oh, law. I hope Helen... Tossball was, is, and always... And I would give it up...
Error. Unit. Error. Units permit breeding. Error. Units permit breeding. Equipment was updated.
Hey there. You're looking to maybe you're interested. I know. Why go for that homegrown? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. And if you're a real freak, techniques to... Wait, you ain't a sheriff. I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us. All right. Yeah, damn shame about that. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid. He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to... Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know. I worry about him, that's all.
Error. Units permit breeding. Equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable King has decreed
This port seems real busy. Wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
Until you submit a... Correct. Criminal. However, Constable King has decreed that this... Correct. Criminal. However, Constable King...
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Believed Halcyon Helen's death was the worst part of it.
The brochure never mentioned.
What floor?
In... Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria... You must stop them. Why were you... Try not to feel... I'm not... Be plain with me, Inspector. I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to... I'd like you to continue your investigation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the pub. If you're through investigating Birdie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's...
What?
I don't know what to make of something underground. Or slug, I guess. I can't shake the feeling they had something to do with Ms. Helen's death.
Wouldn't mind a new bolter pistol. Mr. Kincannon, got a person of interest here to see you.
Why, if it isn't the inspector, here for my... Another murder? Did you now? You're confident they were slug agents and not, I don't know, In short, Slug has not sent anyone to rough you up, Inspector. Now ask yourself this. Why would... But I can't fathom who would benefit... You said... So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug out. Well, that's settled. Torturing Elliot Nasser for An excellent question. I'm not sure what... You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I appreciate that, Inspector. The fact of the matter is, if it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but why in the name of the architect would I kill Hal? I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I've a You may very well want to. This particular items are disappearing from Slug's storage. Before you ask, I know the difference. I'm not sure that the thefts began mere days before Helen's... I'm not a man who believes in happens. I certainly wouldn't. Regardless, this will be fun. You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but... No, I'm joking. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Constable Keene? Am I right to think this wasn't a work... It seems murder is becoming an unsettled... Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. Good. We may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but Maria was a decent soul. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking. No, but let's discuss something else. A few. She said it was wrong. I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass. Because, besides, Helen was enjoyable company. Not unlike you. That is... Tell me, do you really believe... A smart approach, Inspector. This murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Indeed. I suspect Helen arrived on Eridanos with... I knew I was right about you being clever, Inspector. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going... I might. Your point? Yes. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to... What? Was it now? Thank you. Now then. The original incident? I'm... An excellent... Our combative relationship stems from... Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added. Frankly, I went easy on him. He has no... It was all perfectly legal, too. Which, my power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. So...
This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We had a
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the... You can talk discrepancy. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has... Analysis in... The area within a zero. That is highly...
What's that you found? No, wait. No, save it for the big reveal once we've solved the case.
That's a lot of containers. Is this just a distribution center, or you think they're planning something?
Hi there. Sorry about...
Have a look around. Hey, you think they keep any spare parts down here? Just wondering.
Hello again.
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Kincannon treats us with respect.
Great work.
You're the God. Right. Of course. That's the Ugh, nanner. Then. I wish they had. Every.
Timeline discrepancy. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver due to the high level of based on the accumulated mix of sludge. Timeline discrepancy. Inspector, this loading the standard defensive protocol. There is a directive in place to initiate defensive.
Fails. Eject. Up. Unit.
Inspect. Ooh, what? Damn, hacking the Automex. But why? Everything. A cover. I must say, Inspector. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would. Okay, that's very Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half? Not quite, Inspector. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research. That, or she never intended it to stop. Unbelievable. I helped her. This is a betrayal, Inspector. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the... Halcyon Helen. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Again, I appreciate your assistance. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect...
That doesn't surprise me. Cedric practically stole his... With that in mind, do you... Fair enough, Inspector. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and... Tell me. I beg your... That's absurd. What? I expect you to deliver the name. We're done. You what? Now all right, fine. Let's do this your way. Helen sent you a message. Helen was always a problem. It wasn't enough that she smile for our cameras and kiss a bottle of Spectrum Brown. No, she had to... You know, I hesitated to hire you. Not because you're a freelancer. I don't see any point in continuing this charade. Yes, no cameras. Spectrum Brown. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. No, damn it. Someone's interfering.
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind...
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your Samuel...
Think of this as an opportunity.
What floor?
Think they'll have free samples? Maybe new colors they haven't tested yet.
Don't mess
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector.
What in Lost?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Coming from anyone else, I might have scoffed. But you? You're Maverick Johnston's latest star, after all. Johnston may be a tedious hack, but I've heard about you and your ship, Hawthorne. You're one of the few competent people... She was much Halcyon Helen was never one person.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a... So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovic...
Yes, Helen, I did it. I'd do it again, if it means defending House...
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host. A bliss so... Oh, don't you see, Inspector? A host... Listen, but what about Helen? What about...
No one I crossed off was innocent. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a... Leora Blossom wasn't a... The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered...
You're being paranoid.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went... He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Dr. Leora Blossom. I went... She was on Ludovico's side. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about... Maria had a duty to her company, and... You...
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at... Think...
The lesser of two evils.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful Goodbye, Inspector.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I... Head through that door. There's another way.
Great work.
Looks like he sealed the door. Try throwing that switch down there. That should get us through. Next question. We're close to the exit. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless, and just like that, parasites bursting. You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. See you.
It's strange. Belinda and I practically shared a life. Thank you, but no. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Precisely. We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and Cedric's warehouse in the... You're a scientist and an inspector? I borrowed a centrifuge from... I'm glad I... Once you're finished, head... Are you worried I'm gonna All right. Here. There is one other thing. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. Best of luck. My inspector. Fair enough. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen, but she was also the only person who knew the real me. I could be myself around Belinda, and... No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. She could slip into the role of Halcyon Helen. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, she was the secret twin. She'd... What I want is my sister back. Parents, naturally. An agent. To them, Helen was a brand. Revealing our secret meant damn... Belinda and I saw Helen as... And if I hadn't underestimated Ludovico, you and I probably wouldn't be talking. Should have been me in that ballroom. Never mind that. Yes, Leora Blossom and Maria Keene were on Ludovico. I had to cross... Would you believe me if I said I gave the constable a chance? Maria said I was guilty of corporate sabotage, and that Maria was So you... was it? Yes, this is mine. I'd kept notes on everything I suspected. Everything I'd discussed. Words and phrases. Only 2 people. That's... I'm sure he thought it was my... Something like that. I went after Leora Blossom, and you were always hot on my heels. One step behind him. It was supposed to be just another mark. All we had to do was spend a few weeks on Eridanos. Belinda didn't want to go. I'm an actress by trade, pretending to enjoy... Belinda always hated endorsement deals. She always believed her first priority was to our fans. Belinda and I arrived on Eridanos and played our usual... Belinda was unhappy for the first few days, but then she met Bertie Holcomb. Bertie has a dreadful temper. I was worried about Belinda for a while, but... Bertie wasn't the person I had a feeling Ludovico was hiding something. I saw everything. The test subject. It would have sold out in a month. This colony loves novelty. From Emerald Vale to Byzantium. A parasite and... I was careless. I wish it were that... Was there...
Did I hear something?
With us. Here we go. Solid kill. Never felt so good. My life. Get away from me.
Me? Here we go. I just wanted to make you smile. What? I just wanna be your friend. I just wanna be your friend. Oh yeah, that's funny. I just wanted to make you smile. To yourself. Trying to
Inspect? I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. My apologies. Regardless, you must... With help... That's not terribly surprising. This anti-parasitic, it would restore my people to... Well, I'll take my people's probable cure. Coincidentally enough, Slugkins... Ella Tinsley, the where... Yep. Now then, is there any... Oh, my... It's an ambit... But tell... Always best to make sure a man has a better nature before... You can expect Slug support. I'll arrange... Don't... As thrilled as I am to assist you in... I imagine you have a plan... Are you really? Inspector, I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. To see them Thank you. Whew, whatever. Survivors, with the warehouse...
Ugh, essence of Sprat? Why would anybody keep a vial of... Never mind, I don't want to know.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
It's real pretty up here. Almost like they cut out a piece of Terra 2 and brought it up to the sky.
It was dreadful.
Look at us!
This is Silvio Tran.
We heading inside, Captain? Don't worry. I got your back.
Excuse me, Gunther. I need to ask you something. Well, I'm a. I know.
What? Hunt?
Lauren.
The inspector? That's you? Oh, Law! It's all over!
Lawrence, let me do the talking here. Inspector, pay him no— Don't pay him any mind, Inspector. But seeing as you insist on sticking your— We, misplaced some people on—
Wouldn't you?
We're not out of the woods yet. We last saw the guests.
Don't mess with me. Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did.
if this is a cult? Who am I kidding? It's a cult. Hold your judgment until you meet them. Some of my best friends were from Graham's camp.
Prosperity out of the universe.
Making it look easy.
Wow.
Thought I saw something.
Greetings. Face off.
What have you done? What in law's name? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can...
Oh yeah! That's the last of them. Maybe. Proud of me.
That's how it's done, Captain.
Wonder what they were storing down here. Were they getting ready for the launch of Spectrum Brown? This place really could use a piece of Here they come!
I just wanted to make you smile! This freak dog! I just wanted to make you smile! I just wanted to make you smile! Did I? That's not funny! Trying to infect me with your sorrow! I just wanted to make you smile!
Ooh, that's a long fall. Don't look down, Cap.
This is it. Check your weapons, folks. Could be anything.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Just a guest. The one I told you about. Welcome. You and I are standing in the presence of... I know what you've done. Hijacked fate. You think you've saved this... And you've
Nope.
Not even a little.
Here's what's going to happen. Don't be afraid. Your Highness. Dinner is served. Wait, no, not me. Damn! Merciful law! Stop!
Impressive. Nicely done.
This machinery cluster is now active. Please exercise caution.
Great work.
You made it. I guess this is a golden ticket.
Ah, so they were twins, were they?
I must have dreamed up 100 different... I'll be honest, eaten a lot. I imagine this moment would be a little more cathartic. I can't go back to the way things were. Never mind, you don't need to listen to this. You're right, she wouldn't. She was always... And now, without Belinda, I think I have to give up on being Halcyon Helen. You're right. I'm just... Thank you, Captain. I'm... Keep...
Welcome. Or shall I? During your absence, I passed the time. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is... I have been awaiting closure for the details of your investigation. I have a growing library of information. Cataloging human behavior is essential. Administrator Ludovico killed Hel... Mr. Ludovico had the audacity to hire you. This information is valuable to me. See... We have arrived at the... I need you to reroute. You'll have to connect me to the...
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nope. Shows how much I know. You've got about... All right. You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. We've got a few extra in the old badge station, too.
Nicely done. Make it look so easy.
It's done.
Investigating.
You all right, Captain? I mean, seeing this place.
Should we assign Sam? That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am... Greetings, Cap. Are you sure that is extreme and also potentially kill an entire...
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship.
All right.
ADA. Does your...
That is what...
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. This...
Yes.
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Captain, Captain, I shall
The board is here. They've found me some... I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time. The board, all their lackeys. You fucking pig!
It would seem the recording captured some... How could... Maybe... We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in...
Here they come!
That's the last of them.
Wow, you got that?
Captain, as it appears we may... I believe...
Phineas, locked up in Tartarus? We can't...
I never got to know Doc Wells. We ain't friends or crew. But he's still one of us. He's the reason the boss is up and...
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate... I am programmed to warn you whenever you...
Getting in is the simple part. It's...
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab...
If you really mean to do this, you should see...
If we don't...
Got my trusty toss...
Outstanding. You can count on us, Captain.
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison.
Command, not...
Waiting on your command... I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived. Please be advised that resident. Understood. If you die or are... Oh, speak of the devil.
Attention. You are hereby confined to your docking. I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot. All right. I'm feeling generous. I'm transmitting... Anyway, Tartarus Docking Authority... Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the...
Transmission? How can I... Goodbye.
The captain did right by
What was that?
The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Marta.
Walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
You got it.
Well, I'll be... I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter?
The captain's treated me right. Better.
Ah, I knew I smelled...
Keep talking, you'll be smelling iron.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to... My word! It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again... Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizen... Oh yes, go on, wake them up. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab... Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you...
We're helping.
I'm making actual progress towards Oh, right. This coming. I'll admit, there's no shortage of... Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and... I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
Take a breath now, folks. Once we're up there, I suspect we ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
Cap, you've disrupted. I'm afraid you have a flair for all your talents. You are the end. You make a nuance. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you. Fair enough. Interesting that you think I'm going to die here. Fair point. I don't know how you've managed to defy the odds, but I've devoted my entire life to protect. There isn't much of a board left, thanks to you. You were always an unknown variable. I'm aware of Dr. Wells' plan. Revive some... 50 or 60 years ago, I might have agreed with you. But we've passed that. I admire your drive, Captain. I haven't given up on the program yet. I haven't lost... I don't know if I can do that. You've made your point. I've done... Congratulations, Captain. I just hope you've made the right... The fate of the colony is in your hands.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You must have said something to get under Akande's... And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress. I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received... 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't...
So we've got to make do on our own.
You're quite right. We've got...
You mean...
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous... We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest mind. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job. When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save... I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to... We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our future...
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction. openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created. Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered the means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time. Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena Time returned to their communities and loved ones, and joined in the effort to save Halcyon. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. Ruth Bellamy never forgot the words you said to her. She coped with Belinda's death by committing to live in a way that would make her sister proud. When the remnants of the colony banded together, Ruth Bellamy was there to help. She devoted her remaining years and resources to saving the colony. Years later, when the worst of the crisis had passed, Aetherways returned to Halcyon's culture. An aging Ruth Bellamy tried her hand at directing. Her first Aetherwave drama was dedicated to the memory of Belinda Bellamy and to her old friend, Captain of the Unreliable. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, Slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds. Dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios. And, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path. Months later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity. The Prophet was not among the bodies. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. It was widely suspected that Sophia Akande was the true power behind Chairman Rockwell. However, after the riots on Tartarus, she was never again seen in the colony. Various theories circulated as to her fate. Some believed she boarded an interstellar ship capable of journeying to a distant colony. Others believe she died trying to escape Tartarus. Some few suggest she fled to Monarch, where she continued to live among a small band of loyalists. There is another theory, which suggests that Sophia's encounter with you changed her, and she deliberately retreated from public view, but continued supporting the colony in secret. When Dr. Wells began reviving the Hope's colonists, he found himself with a sudden windfall of additional supplies and resources, courtesy of an anonymous donor. If Wells knew who his supplier was, he never told a soul. Chairman Rockwell served as the public face for the changes in Halcyon to come. Whenever you needed strings pulled or a voice to sell a policy change, Rockwell was only too happy to oblige. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.